We wear them every day. They come in all different shapes, forms, sizes, and colors. And they always say something about who we are. Sometimes we wear them for comfort, others for use, and some for looks. Well, one thing we all have in common, the ones who wear shoes, is that our feet are not as healthy as what we would like to imagine they are. You see, culture has it ingrained into our mind that we need shoes for comfort and safety and protection, but it's all false. Shoes actually shatter the natural perfection of our feet. As proof, you may be wondering, so in this I will be covering studies, why we even have to wear shoes, or why we thought we did. And we will break the shoe down, and we'll even cover nature's natural gift to us, and then the options that we have. Sorry. Okay. As proof for this bold statement, and a bit of an introduction to just what I mean, let's look at the studies. Well, there was one in University of Witwatersrand, South Africa. They compared 3 different groups, the Sotho, the Zulu, and the Europeans. And they compared 180 feet. What they found was that the Zulu, who don't wear shoes at all, actually have the healthiest feet, whereas the Europeans, who are habitual shoe wearers, actually, had the most unhealthy. There's also cushioned versus uncushioned. According to another study, people who buy expensive running shoes that are really cushioned are twice as likely to be injured. So actually, the number is 31.9 per every 1,000 kilometers. Whereas people without shoes, the number is 14.1 injuries for every 1,000 kilometers. There's also a rheumatologist, or a group of rheumatologists at Chicago's Rush Medical College, found that their patients who had orthoarthritis, and they were told to wear padded shoes, well, they weren't getting any better. So they did a study where they had them walk on a sensor, and they found that the ones that wore the padded shoes were putting more pressure on their knees than the ones who weren't. And so it was affecting not only their feet, but their knee joints. It's also been found by American Academy of Podiatric Sports Medicine that runners have about, or 65 to 80% of runners tend to have a lower extremity injury every year. Well, teams that don't wear shoes or run barefoot or practice barefoot have significantly less. Now, these findings have only been recent, and well, we've been wearing shoes for hundreds of years, but why exactly? Well, you see, to compromise. So, we slam our heel on the ground and it hurts. Well, what do? You put a heel on the shoe. We have fallen arches. What do? You put an arch in the shoe. This ground hurts our feet. Well, again, what do? You cover it. That's the main reason why we started off with shoes. And then they started going into comfort reasons and vanity reasons and even culture. Our culture, well, you look at a person walking on the street barefoot and you probably don't think very well of them. There's also not many places you can go in that you can walk barefoot. So to fully understand what the shoe that we've been trying to perfect for quite a while does to us, so let's break it down piece by piece. There's the toe spring. The toe spring is when you put your shoe on any flat surface, it curves up. That's the toe spring. The reason for this is so that way your foot rolls into each step. The reason why we have to have that is because we have a heel. The heel prevents it from rolling, and so does the inflexibility. Shoes are extremely unflexible in comparison to our feet. Our feet can bend all different ways. Well, the shoe can't. Actually, the one place that you can bend the shoe, you would snap your foot in half. It's not only that, but also the padding, which acts as protection. See, the padding has been found that with the more padding we have, the more force we slam into our foot into the ground. The reason being because our foot needs to feel the ground, and it can't with that padding. So it makes up for itself. We can't tell how hard we need to hit the ground when we can't feel it. And we can't tell if we're hitting it too hard or not hard enough. So usually we overestimate and just slam our foot to the ground. It's also been found that the padding weakens our muscles and weakens our joints in our feet, which are very important to keeping our foot healthy and away from injuries. Now, Mother Nature has been working on our foot for millions of years, and she has found ways to completely perfect it, though not many people know just what Mother Nature has done for us. See, we have the natural gait. Our natural gait is we lightly step mid-foot, we roll through the side, we roll through the arch, and we push with our toes. Our toes act as grippers. Not only that, but they also tell us, will help us balance, which is an important thing for us. Why else do you think martial arts, they've always gone barefoot? So they know where to step on their foot. There's also the bottoms of our feet, which act as antennae. There's over 200,000 nerves on the bottom of our feet. And padding these is just not allowing them to do what they should be doing. What they do is they tell you what you're stepping on, how hard you need to step on it. Not only that, but going back to the knees, when you step on the ground, the bottoms of our feet allow us to know that, hey, you're stepping, you're walking. So then it tells neurotransmitters to give mechanisms that protect your joints in all of your other extremities, mostly your hips, your knees, your ankle, and your toes. So when you have a shoe on and you're slamming your foot down and you can't tell what you're stepping on, it's just messing everything up about your natural foot. And then there's also our natural step. We obviously, naturally, don't step very hard. What we do, again, is we step mid, and it's a flatter. It's not stepping on your heel that way, it's stepping that way. It's flatter, it spreads the force more. And our feet are, again, very flexible. Same with the arches. The arches are actually flexible. They kind of do that, just in a smaller level. So what it does is when you step, the arch acts as a spring, and it takes away the force in your foot. But there's a lot pointing to a better future for our forgotten lower extremities, just like barefoot mimicking shoes. For example, the Vibram Five-Finger. This is a great choice if you don't want to just walk around barefoot. It completely can roll up into a little ball. It's more flexible than any other shoe. It acts as just a thin coat, simple little covering, and it's surprisingly comfortable. And then there's also the Bebo Barefoot, which is exactly like the Vibram, except that it doesn't have separate compartments for your toes. Or you could do, just go all natural. Just walk around barefoot, walk in your garden barefoot, or walk to the intramural fields barefoot, walk around your house barefoot, do yard work barefoot. You know, there's so many other options. Walking around in the halls, walking outside. I actually walked the entire nature trail barefoot. Didn't harm my feet at all. It was very refreshing too. So let's just do the options. And our foot is perfect all by itself, not needing something to restrict it. So Mother Nature has put a lot of time into an effort into building and constructing and evolving this. And it has gone through so many obstacles, and the shoe is just another obstacle. There's evidence that the shoe is bad, that the shoe has harmed us, and that its antics are the best way to know that it's bad. Because everything we have made the shoe into is because we're wearing the shoe. That's the only reason why we need it, right? So don't be afraid to join the barefoot movement. There is no harm in it, just a healthier foot. And if someone looks at you odd and questions you, well, just say, hey, my feet wanted to see the world again, or my feet wanted a tan. And because, in the end,